In today's video, I'm going to quickly show you how to fix this annoying issue of having your iPad stuck in here on iPad unavailable screen. Now, you may be in a situation where you do have, for example, this text in here which says try again in 6 minutes, or you may be in a much complicated situation where you do not even have here some time left. You may be in a situation where you have insisted a lot and your iPad is now stuck in here on simply iPad unavailable and then connect to iTunes or any other text in here. Do not worry, I'm going to show you how to fix this video by the end of the video, but it's important for you to follow the steps in the specific order that I'm going to show it to you, because one step actually complements the other one. Okay, so it's important to follow in the specific order. Hey, my name is Shaq, and in this channel I do cover a lot of tech hacks and tutorials, especially stuff related to Apple devices. So if you're into tech content, consider subscribing here to the YouTube channel. Now, jumping straight into the tutorial, basically we do have in here this screen when we insist a lot a wrong password. Okay, so we may be in a situation where we actually forgot our password, or for example your iPhone has been stolen or you've lost it and someone is trying to access your iPhone or your iPad. Okay, now for security reasons, Apple themselves actually restrict the tentatives in here and they actually lock your iPad. Okay, so that's why we do have in here this screen which says iPad unavailable. Now if you still remember your password, just wait a couple of minutes in here if you do have in here time remaining, and then try inserting the correct password carefully. Now if you do not see any time left, you have two options in here. If you have a much recent iPad, you'll be having an option which says erase iPad in here. Now you can go with this method, which is the easiest one. You do not need a computer, but it's going to wipe out all the information that you do have on your iPad device. If you tap on erase, it's going to erase, and then you'll be able to regain access into your iPad. Now I'm going to show you the second method in here where we're going to do this actually using a computer. But unfortunately, as I've said, this will erase all your data. Now, in order for us to use the second method, we need to actually put our iPad in DFU mode. Okay, so DFU mode pretty much is a mode that allows us to install and update from scratch. Okay, whenever we have bugs or a corrupted software, we can install it manually from our laptop device. You can use a MacBook as well as a Windows device. Now, in order to put your iPad in DFU mode, the very first thing you need to do is shut down your iPad. So you're going to press and hold the power button if you do have an old iPad like mine. So press and hold the power button, okay, and then simply slide to turn it off. Okay, this is my iPad. It's a pretty old one. The power button is located at the top. Now, if you do have a much recent iPad model without a physical home button, in order to get to the slide to power off, all you need to do is press and hold the power button, which is usually located here along with the volume down. Press and hold both of the buttons combination. Once you see the slide to power off, release it and then slide to power off your iPad device. Now, next up, you're gonna need a USB cable in here, or whichever cable you do have according to your iPad model. In my case, it's a lightning cable in here to Type-C, which I'll be connected here into my iPad and then the other side into my MacBook device. If you do have a Windows laptop, simply download iTunes in order for your iPad to be recognized. But if you do have a MacBook, you just need to connect it while it's turned on. So first things first, let's connect the first end into our laptop device. I'm gonna connect it into my MacBook in here. Okay, so I've already connected it and ensure that it's turned on. Now, once it's turned on, okay, we're gonna connect this end of the cable into our iPad. And if it's an old iPad with a physical home button, in order to enter DFU mode, you need to insert and press and hold the home button in here. Now, this needs to be done quickly. This is how it goes. Inserted, pressing and holding the home button in here. Just keep on pressing it and then you'll see a screen which says connect to iTunes. There we go. Release it and we're good to go. Now, once you are connected here, you'll be able to see a pop-up on your laptop saying, hey, you do have in here an iPad that has been connected and now you can restore your iPad from your MacBook device. Now, if you do have a much recent iPad device without a physical home button in here, in order for you to get into DFU mode, all you need to do is press and hold the volume down along with the power button as I've said, press and hold both of the buttons combination in here and then simply slide to power it off. Okay, so once it's off, the next thing we're going to do is simply connect the USB cable into our iPad just the way we did it, but now we'll be tapping rapidly the volume up and then down and then the power button, and I'm going to show you how to do it right. So we're going to connect in here the first end. Okay, as I've just said, let me connect the first end into my laptop device. There we go, it's now connected, and then I'm going to rapidly tap on volume up and then down and then power button button, pressing and holding while I insert the cable. This is how it goes. Volume up, down, press and hold the power button, connect the USB cable in here. Do not release the power button. Keep on pressing and holding. I'm still pressing and holding the power button in here. Just keep on waiting for a couple of seconds. You're gonna see the second Apple logo. Keep on pressing the power button, and in no time you'll be brought in here to the recovery screen or DFU mode. There we go, release the power button, and we're now here on DFU mode. Now once we are here, the next thing we're going to be doing is simply tapping on restore on our MacBook device or Windows laptop. But I'm going to show you because we do have a few workarounds in here on our laptop. Now let's move into our laptop device. So here we are giving a look at our laptop device, and as soon as I connect my iPad, you can see in here that I do have a text which says there is a problem with the iPad that requires to be updated or restored. Okay, so in order to fix this, you need to tap on restore. Update will not solve this problem at all. So as of now, we'll tap on cancel, and also if the pop-up doesn't show up, you can manually open up Finder and then get to this page. For example, let me quickly close this, and then I'm gonna open up Finder. Okay, and then you can see in here that we do have iPad right here where we do have our iPad showing up in here. Okay, so let's quickly minimize this, and then we need to hop into our internet browser. Okay, I'm gonna tap here on Google Chrome, which is my internet browser at the moment, and we need to download this software from the internet. Okay, remember, I always recommend downloading the software in order for you to avoid internet interruptions while restoring. Okay, so also if you have a Windows laptop, all you need to do is download iTunes. So if you have a Windows laptop, also you need to download iTunes from Google. So we're gonna search iTunes on Google, and then you can say something like iTunes download. Okay, you do have the Windows version. Okay, if you are running a Windows operating system, you need to download iTunes, install it, and launch it to see that same page, which will look like this one right here. Now, if you have a MacBook like mine, all you need to do is open up Finder, and you can skip the step of iTunes. Now, once we are moving forward, we're going to tap on ipsw.me. Okay, we're going straight to this website in here, both Windows as well as a MacBook user. So once we're here on IPSW, let me just quickly close this advertisement. We're going to scroll down and tap on iPad because this is from where we're going to download our operating system. Let me tap on close. Okay, so you want to search for the exact generation of your iPad that you've got. Okay, I'm going to search for mine. For example, it's an iPad mini Wi-Fi. There we go. iPad mini Wi-Fi. It's this one right here. Okay, so what you're gonna do is select that iPad, and then you want to tap in here on the latest existing software version. These are the oldest one, as you do have in here 2016 August. This is 2016 August 25th. It's the last one. So we're gonna tap on this one. We're gonna tap on download here down. Okay, tap on download to download that specific operating system. Save it into your downloads folder or desktop. Okay, this will take you a couple of minutes depending on your internet speed. For me, it's asking me for approximately 1 minute. Let's just keep on waiting patiently until this download is complete. Now you're gonna do the same even if you have a Windows laptop. Just download the operating system. Here we go. My download is now complete, and once it's complete, we're gonna locate that file which is located right here. Now the next thing we're gonna do in here is simply open up that Finder or iTunes real quick. And next up, we're gonna press and hold, if we are on a MacBook, on the Option or Alt key on the inferior left side of your keyboard. For example, let me just show my keyboard viewer in here. Okay, so we're gonna press and hold here on Option, which is this one right here. Okay, this key right here, right next to Command. So you wanna press and hold that key, and then you wanna tap on Restore. Okay, you need to press and hold that key because that key will allow you to manually locate that file that we have downloaded it, and then we're going to tap on open to install that operating system into our iPad device. Now if you have a Windows laptop, instead of pressing and holding the Option key, you'll press the left Shift key on your keyboard and then tap on Restore iPad, and this will actually launch that browsing page for you to locate that operating system that you've just downloaded, and then the installation installation will start running smoothly, and you do not need internet connection directly in order to install this. Next up, let's install, and then the process will be done in no time. Now, giving a look here at our iPad device, as we can see, we do have in here the progress bar almost complete. So basically the factory reset process is almost done, and we just need to wait a couple more seconds in here, and then our iPad will be ready to be set up and to be used as a new iPad device. Now, this is the only method we do have currently in order to fix this issue. Let's wait a couple more seconds and then we'll be good to go. Now, once the progress bar is complete, we can now remove the USB cable in here and then let it turn on normally. There we go. We do have our iPad now on the hello screen, and the next thing we need to do in here is simply slide to set up the iPad. There we go, slide to the right, and then we do have in here, for example, the language. We need to select our language in here real quick. Okay, so I'll be going, for example, with English, and then we do have in here the region. We need to select our currently region. Okay, in my case, I'll be going with the United States, for example. Let me just quickly come down in here, and then I do have United States in here. Next up, we do have an option to connect to Wi-Fi in order to activate our iPad device. So I'll be going with this one. It's my Wi-Fi network. Let me just quickly type in my password. Next up, I'll simply tap here on join to connect to the Wi-Fi network. It's gonna take a couple seconds in here to activate your iPad. Just be patient and wait until this is done. There we go, it's complete. And now location services, I'm gonna tap on disable as of now. The basic setup wizard in here. Next up, we do have a passcode. I'll tap on passcode options. I'll tap on don't add a passcode as of now. Continue. Of course, I recommend adding always. And then here we do have a very important step where we can restore all our information from iCloud backup or restore from an iTunes backup. So if you had a backup done before, that's great because all your data actually vanished. So it's important for you to select one of the options. I'm going to tap on setup as a new iPad as of now, and then I'm going to tap in here on don't have an Apple ID, set up later in settings, and then don't use, just for showcase purposes here in this video on how you can actually set up your iPad after restoring it. Next up, terms and conditions. Simply agree with the terms and conditions, and then Siri, I'll tap on turn on Siri later, don't send, and then welcome to iPad get started. Here we go, my iPad is now fully functional, and we've just got rid of that iPad unavailable screen right there. So this is exactly how you actually fix this issue. Thank you so much for making it till the end of the video, and if you find my content useful, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and let me know down in the comment section if you do have any question or doubt so I can get back to you as soon as possible. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.